Hello, and welcome to the very first Blindside podcast. I'm gonna make this one quite short to begin with, as the very first episode. There's not much that I really want to speak about right now, so what I'll do is I'll just explain what I hope to do in the future and what I hope to do with this podcast as well. So this will be a great opportunity for everyone to get involved. My main aim is to create a sort of community and bring people together and kind of create a place that people can talk to each other and things like that. I just thought I'd explain today what it is that I'm going to do with Blindside podcasts. So my main aim is to bring people together and share opinions and kind of create a community and kind of entertain people at the same time, kind of thing, with a range of different topics, mainly artistic things, such as like music. I create my own music myself, so I'll probably share my own music, and I have a couple of friends who make music themselves and probably share their music and kind of what they're up to and things like that. Also, like any new music that's coming out, basically just anything that comes up, like any music news or whatever. Hopefully we can bring that to you as well. Any new music that I find myself that I want to talk about, I'll probably also bring that here as well. I also have a couple of friends who do like music reviews and have blogs and things, so I'll catch up with them every once in a while, I guess. Probably just bring a bunch of people together. Basically just bringing a bunch of artistic people together and hoping we can create this community, and hopefully we can make this like a sort of a regular thing to talk about and things like that. As well as music, I was hoping to get filmmakers and like producers and things, and photographers and arty people like drawing or whatever, just to show people, as well as like gaming. I know a couple of people that play games and write reviews and kind of what they've played and what they want to play and what's coming out and what new games are coming, and kind of just basically just bring everyone together and just kind of make this a cool place to kind of listen and hang out, I guess. They'll probably do like gaming reviews, and I'll probably explain anything that I've played or what I want to play. I know I keep saying it, like bring out a community, but basically it's just to bring a bunch of people together and have fun with this. As I say, I am a musician myself, so I thought I could teach like guitar or like how to read sheet music or notation or whatever, if that's what people are interested in. So basically just helping each other out and kind of just make a place that we can share all these things together and kind of talk about things as well. As well as all this artistic stuff, I wanted to also kind of make a world view kind of thing. I've got it as like political. I've wrote it down as like political. It doesn't have to necessarily be political things to talk about, but many people kind of just say, oh no, I don't want to like talk about that thing or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to bring it to people's attention and basically just share what's happening. It doesn't necessarily have to be political. I just worded it as political, but people class it as different things, and everyone's right to their opinion and things like that. Just things that are happening in the world, such as in the UK and Europe, the Brexit thing. I'm so sick of hearing the word Brexit right now. It's just like everywhere, and basically just talk about things like that. But there's also another side that I want to address or come to. I don't know what the right words are, but like I just wanted to say. as a visually impaired person myself, well, I tend to call myself partially sighted because I'm completely blind in my right eye, and I can still see out my left eye. So I prefer being called partially sighted. It's kind of just easy to explain. But basically, as a visually impaired person here on YouTube, there seems to be a lot of people, such as like the vloggers, the gamers, the beauty people. That's not really my thing. I don't really watch them sort of things, but I mainly just watch the gaming or whatever, and like music videos and anything like that. But as a whole, unless there's like certain people that have like hard of hearing or that are visually impaired or whatever, they don't make accommodations unless they have that sort of thing already, and they know people struggle with finding that sort of thing. But yeah, YouTube community, like, kind of, they don't seem as accessible as they could or should. I hope that we can kind of sort that out, kind of change that, and kind of bridge this gap between able-bodied people and disabled people as well. I guess it kind of depends on your own view, but I don't mind being called disabled or whatever, but it's basically just a term. But I don't know, I know that others don't really like to use the word, but I guess it's just a matter of opinion. But just try and basically, I want to bridge this gap and between these things, and they seem to have a stigma, or no one wants to talk about certain things, and they don't want to understand or don't seem to understand what it is that people go through. So I kind of just wanted to bring some light to that and share like different things, and I'll probably have another podcast soon about like visual impairment, and I can ask a bunch of people that I know. I basically just wanted to just share what it is that like visually impaired people go through as well, as like a first-hand experience. Because if someone says they're blind, they're not necessarily 100% blind, as in they can't see anything. They can see some things, but they are still classed as blind because they can't have glasses or anything to correct the vision that they have. So I guess it just kind of depends on the person. I can ask a bunch of people to give their view and what they see and things like that, just to give you a range of how big like the visual impairment is. It's just like lumped under one thing rather than explained as like many different things. Like if you see a person with a cane or a guide dog or whatever, they're not necessarily 100% blind. They can still see, most of them. So basically I'll just bring some stuff to people's attention, and hopefully we can kind of make this a thing as well. I want to make these podcasts and everything involved with Blindside podcasts, I want to make it as accessible as possible. So on the Facebook page, you may notice that I have image descriptions on like everything that I've put up, or like captions for the videos. Also, any videos in the future that will show anything on the screen, I will have a separate video, or if it's okay or quick to just explain what's in the video, I'll have an audio description of what's going on in the video as well. So basically on this very first episode, if anyone is visually impaired and watching, this video is just the Blindside podcast logo. It's got nothing on it, it's just the same logo throughout the whole video. The description of the picture is Blindside podcast logo. It's got the black background with kind of all different coloured paint splats, and it's got the Blindside podcast text above it. So it's basically just a bright orange text, and it's got some colourful splats in the back. I know I wanted to keep this short. I think it's running a little late right now, so to end the first Blindside podcast, I just wanted to say thank you for everyone who's listening, and I hope to see you again soon. See ya!